All right. Oh goddamn! How many fragrances are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. So when people actually join in, be John from Texas, or we still riding swangers and put diamonds on our necklace. Used to think Pimp C was a god before he went to heaven. Hey everyone, thank you guys for joining. Yeah, no, that's it. Damn, that's good. So I guess I'll just start off with these two fragrances because it's a comparison that as soon as I actually had unboxed YSL La Nuit de l'Homme, it was just kind of like what my brain went to immediately. But I kind of think La Nuit de l'Homme EDT has a similar scent profile to CK1 Shock. There is no tobacco in La Nuit de l'Homme, but there is lavender, which it's not really a La Nuit de l'Homme isn't a really lavender heavy fragrance, but when you first spray it on, it is pretty lavender heavy because it's in the top notes, I believe. And the thing about CK1 Shock is it's really just a big lavender and tobacco combo, but they both kind of smell similar. So I would say if you want something that's gonna kind of put you in the same style of fragrances, um, and keep in mind this, you pay about $80 for this little 2 ounce. You could get a 3.4 ounce of CK1 Shock for about $20. Granted, they're not the same scent. You know, the CK1 Shock is not a clone of La Nuit de l'Homme. They just smell similar, in my opinion. But if any of you guys have both of these fragrances, I would say smell them side by side because I don't know if it's just me, but they just smell similar to me. And I really don't know why. All right. And also I kind of just grabbed a bunch of my powdery fragrances because I wanted to just kind of review them. So I have 9 of them that I'm going to be going through. And I figured I should just start. So I'm going to just kind of go like house to house. So first house I'm going to talk about is Burberry. The first fragrance from Burberry is Burberry Touch. Now, Burberry Touch is just, in my opinion, a straight up powdery fragrance. There's really not a bunch of other notes that stand out. It's like a warm, spicy, fresh, spicy scent, but it's just super powdery. Something super interesting about this fragrance is every single batch lasts like 8 hours. There hasn't been any major reformulations, um, which is something that's honestly pretty rare with fragrances, such as some other fragrances that I'm going to get to on this list were super strong when they first came out. Um, but they're not come more close to the camera, like come closer to the camera. Oh, okay, that's weird. Don't call me handsome. That's gross. I have a girlfriend, pervert. Anyways, Burberry Touch. I'm a fragrance reviewer as well, just shy of 2K subs. Hey, dude, that's awesome. Um, I've only been going for about I've been going since December of 2023. So I've been going for a couple months. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm growing fast because I really didn't think I would reach like 500 subs. How long have you been doing fragrances or like being a fragrance YouTuber or just a fragrance reviewer? Um, yeah, no, it's something I really didn't think I was going to be good at when I first started, but I really love making videos on fragrances and stuff. I feel like all fragrances are toxic and I can't tolerate spraying on me if I'm not in a properly ventilated area. Any tips? Um, I guess a couple tips I would say is like, say, you're spraying in like your bathroom or something, like you're it's like spraying your living room or something where it's like actually, where there's going to be a lot more air. But I feel like if you're having issues with like spraying fragrances on you, I feel like maybe don't wear fragrances. And maybe check if you have like asthma or something, because I know if you have asthma, and you spray fragrances on your skin, sometimes that can cause difficulty breathing. So probably don't spray fragrances until you figure out what's going on. Um, but yeah, I really have no tips for that because that's really not something I hear so often. I said, "Hey, thank you, man." Um, but to get back to the list, Burberry Touch EDT, like I said, last 8 hours, no major reformulations. It's super good though. I picked up this 1.7 ounce for about $30. Um, which I wish I just picked up the 3.4 ounce. It's only $10 more, but definitely when I run out, I'll just get a bigger bottle of it. The next fragrance, sticking to Burberry, would be Burberry Brit. Now this, um, kind of with Burberry Touch, is just a straight up powdery fragrance, but it has rose in it, and it just makes it. It just gives it like this sweet floral side. I really like this. I'd say if you had to pick between the two, here's really what it comes down to. The scent profile, I would give it to Burberry Brit just because that rose actually comes in and just makes it smell a little bit more sweeter, and a lot more people are going to like this, even though they're two very safe fragrances. But longevity wise, which you might want to think about, Burberry Brit, I get like 5 to 6 hours with, but Burberry Touch, like I said, 8 hours. So it really just depends if you want to go more for scent or for longevity and stuff. But they both smell amazing. Like I said, they're both mass appealing, pretty big compliment getters as well. So I would say if you can, just get both. Now I'm gonna throw these back real quick before I get on with the other ones. Um, Gonna move to another house with the House of Guess. So this is Guess Seductive EDT. It's powdery, it's slightly citrusy. To me, when I spray it on my skin, it just smells super powdery. And then I get like, it almost smells like a sour lemon note. I know you guys might be thinking, oh, lemon, like a sour lemon. I probably don't want that, in my fragrance, but trust me, it's actually super good. It's like a really distinct citrusy scent that goes alongside with the powderiness, but super good. And this, I get like 6 to 7 hours of longevity, so it's not bad as well. I picked up this 1.7 ounce out for about like $16 or $17, but it actually is a really good atomizer. I don't know if it's pressurized. I don't think it is, but the whole Guess Seduction line, I don't have any other Guess fragrances, so I'm not going to speak on those. But they actually have super good atomizers, which I think is interesting. Oh, and yeah, and then I'm going to move to another house with Hugo Boss. With Hugo Boss Energize and Hugo Boss Extreme. Now these, you can pick them up, same, price for the same size bottle. These are both 2.5 ounces, and you can pick these up both for like $27. That's at least what I paid for at my Ross. Now, with these two fragrances, Hugo Boss Energize, it used to be a bit like, this used to be a super popular fragrance. It still is pretty popular. But it doesn't last as long as it used to because of constant reformulations. But this, it's powdery, it's sweet, it's fresh. It has some, why can't I think of it? It has some, what's that note I'm thinking of? It's, oh, what's the note called? Juniper. I remember because it's on the title of that fragrance. I'm wearing Boss the Scent Private Accord at the moment. I really want to get into a bunch of the more like mainline Boss fragrances. I really want to try Boss the Scent Magnetic. But for my fragrance of the day, which I've showered since putting on a fragrance, but my fragrance of the day today was Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct Together. Invictus styled fragrance, but kind of a different approach with like a more floral undertone, but it's super nice. I picked that up for about $20. Um, but this, it's sweet, like I said, woody, but it's pretty good. I would definitely recommend this. I know a lot of people that I've actually asked, hey, do you guys like the smell of this fragrance? A lot of people said yes. The other fragrance, which I think you should probably get this Hugo Boss Extreme over Hugo Boss Energize. Starts off really fresh with green apple, and then it's just like super powdery on the dry down with that freshness. But this is going to be super good for summer. They're both going to be great all year round. I would say more or less Hugo Boss Extreme for the summer and Hugo Boss Energize for the spring if you're looking at more just the warm weather. But yeah, they're both really universal. You can wear them whenever, wherever. But no, these are two super great fragrances, and they're both powdery, which I like. Hugo Boss Extreme is definitely a lot more powdery though. But yeah, those are two fragrances that I got, and I feel like I kind of fell in love with them. I want to get a bunch of other fragrances from Hugo Boss, like I had said a couple minutes ago. Like I want to get Hugo Boss the scent, Hugo Boss the scent, Magnetic. I can't remember what I said. I've smelt a couple of them. I know I like Magnetic. Elixir, the scent Elixir, I think is what it's called, but that one was good too. Whatever the Elixir one is really good. Another powdery fragrance would be Jean Paul Gaultier's La Male EDT. Now, I was wearing this as my fragrance of the day yesterday. A lot of people say it's outdated, you shouldn't wear it, it doesn't last long. For me, it lasts like 6 to 7 hours on my skin. It's not what it used to be. So if you guys are older, you guys are like 30 or 40, and you had this fragrance when you were younger, it's going to be a lot weaker now than it was. But no, it's still super good in my opinion. And it's pretty, like you can wear this whenever. I would say its worst season to wear it in would definitely be summer, but you can still wear it in the summer. It's just more of like a thicker synthetic summer fragrance, but I really like it. And if you can pick it up for pretty cheap, especially in the big bottles too, a big 6.7 ounce or a 4.2 ounce. I just have a 1.4 ounce, but also because I'm not gonna, finish any of my fragrance. Well, I'm obviously gonna finish my fragrances, but it's gonna take me a while. So I didn't grab a big bottle of this, but I like it. It's fresh, it's powdery, it has a vanilla and lavender combo. It's a good fragrance. The next fragrance I want to talk about would be Prada Luna Rosa EDT. Now, this is more of a fresh and powdery fragrance. It almost reminds me of, say, the EDT of Armani Code with just that powdery sweetness, but it's super good, honestly. Now, I picked this up pretty recently. So as you guys can see, I really haven't worn a lot of it. I've worn it one time. Honestly, I think I might wear it tomorrow, just because I do want to wear this fragrance because it's super nice. But I think I might save it for this weekend because I'm going camping, and I feel like this would be great to wear when I'm out camping. But no, I really like this. Longevity isn't the best, like 5 to 6 hours, so really not strong. If you're okay with reapplying, definitely get this fragrance. I love it. And then, finally, went in. And then we have two more fragrances. Armani Code Eau de Parfum. This smells just like the EDT with some added citrusiness. So if you love the EDT, you want something that's a little more versatile and that lasts a lot longer. I know the EDT, people get like 5 to 6, like anywhere from like 5 to 7 hours of longevity, I would say on average. For me, I get like 8 to 9 hours of longevity with this. It's super strong on my skin for no reason, and I'm getting 8 to 9 hours of longevity off like 3 sprays. But it's super good. Yo, bro, I love the vid on Versace the Dreamer, but the new one smells terrible. Yeah, so the only reason why I have that fragrance is my brother was like, dude, I hate this cologne. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, dude, I'll take it. I really want to get an old bottle of the Dreamer, the original ones, because looking at that note breakdown, it actually looks like it's super good. But they're like $200. They're like anywhere from like $150 to like $300. I don't want to be spending that much money on that because I know I can't really test it, and I don't want to buy it and then be like, oh, I don't like this. But yeah, I feel like if I ever do get, these, like, say I get money from YouTube at one point, I'll definitely try and go back and get like some original bottles. So like an original bottle of the Dreamer, say, here's the next fragrance I'm going to talk about, but like one of the original batches of YSL L'Homme. Definitely want to get like some bottles like that. I feel like that would be cool. But like I was saying, Armani Code Eau de Parfum, super good if you like the original EDT, but you want something fresher that you can wear more often, and that's still super sexy like the EDT is. But I honestly love that fragrance. I actually got it for a really good deal. It was like $86 for a 3.7 ounce. And the last fragrance is YSL's L'Homme. Now, this, it almost has like a sunscreen, a sunscreen vibe. I don't know why I started blanking on that, but it almost kind of reminds me of like sunscreen mixed with like some Lamel EDT in a way. I don't know why, that's just where my brain goes when I smell it. The only thing is this fragrance does not last long at all. Now, I did 5 sprays of this when I wore this, thinking, oh, 5 sprays is going to be good. You know, I'm going to get smell. I walked out of the house a full like 10 minutes after spraying this, and I could not smell it. But the scent of it is so good. Like, I cannot explain to you how good this fragrance actually smells. It's just weak, and I really want to get an original bottle, something that's actually going to last long, because I absolutely love this scent. You should make your own cologne. You know, that's something I've been thinking of, because really all you need is perfumer's alcohol, obviously a bottle to put the cologne in, and fragrance oils. But that's definitely something I'm interested in. And you can get a kit for like $100, $100, or if you just want to buy a bunch of your stuff, you can get a big thing of perfumer's alcohol for like, I don't know, $40, and then you can get a bunch of actually like high quality fragrance oils, and you can make your own. But I feel like if I did make my own fragrances, I would want to start off with like some summertime fragrances, something that's citrusy, um something that's really going to be like easier to make. I feel like a summer fragrance is going to be easier to make than like a winter fragrance. Like a warm weather fragrance is going to be easier to make than a cool weather fragrance. Just because cool weather fragrances are a lot more dense than hot weather fragrances, and they just seem a little more complicated to make. What would be the name? I feel like if it's my first fragrance I would make, I'd probably title it like OG or the OG or something like that. But I honestly don't know. I don't know what like the names would be. Um, for like the inspiration behind that. What's your better fragrance? Do you mean what's my best fragrance? Oh, yeah. I mean best. So my best fragrance. Oh, honestly, I'm gonna do this. Oh, just because I want to smell it, because it actually smells super nice. So my favorite fragrance in my collection goes to Stronger With You EDT. Here, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna answer this. What's your favorite game? Like, what's my favorite video game? Because if it's my favorite video game, I'd probably say, ooh, right now I'm really into Max Payne 3 or Forza Horizon 5. I really like cars, and I like Max Payne 3. But yeah, those would probably be like my 2 favorite right now. But my best fragrance, in my opinion, is Stronger With You EDT. As you guys can tell, I've used more than half of this bottle, but it has chestnut and vanilla. It's super, super nice, and I just love it. It's really nostalgic for me as well. This was my first fragrance. My dad gave it to me. My girlfriend really loves it. It's her favorite fragrance that I wear too. Yeah. What's that? What's what the Cologne or the games I was talking about? But yeah, I would say Stronger With You EDT is my best fragrance. The only thing is, I wish it lasts longer. It still lasts like 7 to 8 hours on my skin. So it's really not bad. Like, it's not a bad lasting fragrance. It lasts a decent amount of time. I just wish that it would be like eternal, because I just wish I could always smell this fragrance on me whenever I wore it. Game. So Max Payne 3 was made by Rockstar. That's the people who made like GTA. And it's like ex-cop, I guess you could say. And you have to like save a bunch of people, but it really relies on like physics and stuff. So like you like jump around and go into slow-mo and shoot a bunch of people. And then Forza Horizon 5 is a racing game. Forza is a whole racing series. But yeah, it's Forza Horizon 5 is just like a big like car racing game. Have I tested Allure Sport? So I have tested Allure Homme Sport EDT, and I've tested the O Extreme. Um, I feel like I like the O Extreme a little bit more, but they do smell pretty similar to me. So I really don't feel like there's a clear winner on which one I do like more. Um, but yes, I have tested them, and they seem to be amazing summer fragrances. I just don't own them because if you guys have ever gone into, like, say, your Dillard's and checked the prices, they're so expensive. And if you look online, first of all, Chanel really doesn't get discounted on a bunch of the discount websites. And when they do get discounted, you're saving like all like $10. So it's really not that much. Hey yo, Aaron, thank you for joining, man. I'll try it sometime. Yeah, I mean, I recommend those games. They're fun games that I enjoy playing. Ugh. So I want to kind of tell you guys about a like long form video idea I have. So I have this. Is there anything in it? Okay, so I have this bottle of. Hey yo, JC does sense. Hey, thank you for joining, man. Dude, it's been a while. I haven't seen you in my life for a while. What do you like more, basketball or cologne? I would say. Oh, that's actually a hard question. I really love basketball. Oh, that's actually a really good question, Robbie. I would probably say cologne. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say cologne. But I don't know. That's a really tough question. Yeah, Chanel is very expensive. Yeah, it's so expensive. Never gets discounted. And like I said, when it does, you really don't get anything off. Yeah, I've been doing finals for school and lots of homework. Yeah, final. Well, yeah, I'm out in like 30 days. So we got like 30 more days of school. But no, dude, final week, it gets crazy. It's just like, yeah, I totally get it. It's like, for me, finals week, because I'm in high school, there's not a lot of homework, but you're just exhausted because it's just days on days of just tests. But as I was saying for like my video idea is, I don't know if this is empty. It's pretty much empty. All right. But this had, what it had in it? It had a mix of fragrances. It had Halloween Man EDT, and I just never ended up washing it out. And I put some. What did I put in this? I ended up putting Hit the Gym Skinny Kid. All right. First of all, that's just kind of rude for no reason. But also, I wouldn't really say I'm skinny. That really don't make a lot of sense. But you're a fucking faggot, so sorry, bitch. Bye-bye. Anyways, yeah. Dude, see, there's just a lot of random people who just join the lives, and it's like, ugh, it's just weird. Finals for university are killing me, at least. Yeah, don't, dude. I mean, honestly, I would just assume it gets harder, obviously. But no, yeah. I don't know. Finals week is just always the hardest week of school. You tell him, Micah, yeah. I don't know what he's saying, skinny kid. What do you mean, skinny kid? Oh, yeah, you see these muscles? You call me skinny? How do you like your La Nuit de l'Homme? Oh, so the La Nuit de l'Homme, it's good. I wouldn't say I like it more than L'Homme, but it seems to be a really good date night fragrance. I don't think it's something I would wear as a, like just a fragrance to, for a day. But I would definitely wear it for a date. But yeah, it seems to be really good. It almost kind of reminds me of CK1 Shocking Away. Hey, Chris, what's up? You're gonna make me pass out from Bloodlust, Robbie. You dirty dog. Ugh. But back to my idea. I keep getting sidetracked. So this is empty, but what I think I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna empty this out. And the thing I like about this is, it has like this thing that you just spray your fragrances into. It has this little tube that you put it in, and you just spray your fragrances right from there. But I just want to mix every fragrance in my collection. I think I'm gonna wait till next week because I am getting a couple I'm getting like 4 fragrances next week. But then I'll mix everything in. What's your favorite club fragrance? So I would say my favorite clubbing fragrance, which I don't really go like clubbing. Um, but if I were to go out to the club or something, I'd probably just end up wearing Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. Um, it's a really good clubbing fragrance from what I've heard. Like I said, I don't go clubbing, so I really am not on that whole side of like fragrances. I know a lot of people are like, if you guys go clubbing, you guys need this. That's not something I relate to. But for like going out fragrances, my go-to would be Ultra Male. Super good fruity vanilla fragrance, super sweet. Yeah, it's good. I tried Off on 9 p.m. It's not the same. It doesn't compare. I don't know how many people want to say, oh, it smells just like it, and it's a sixth of the price. It doesn't smell exactly like it. 9 p.m. is stronger. 9 p.m. is a little more fresh. 9 p.m. gives me a headache when I wear it as well. And I know you guys are probably thinking, well, 9 p.m. stronger. Is that good? I don't think it's good. I feel like Ultra Male just has that perfect blend of longevity, strength, sillage, and everything. And Off on 9 p.m. and Off on took it and just made it a little bit worse. But the actual scent is pretty spot on for a cologne. And then one of the other comments said, do you like blue jeans? Yes, I love Versace blue jeans. I know it's kind of an unpopular opinion. A lot of people say blue jeans isn't good. Blue jeans is horrible. You shouldn't wear it. I like it. I think it smells honestly really good. But yeah, it's just a fragrance. It's almost like comforting when I wear it just because I really do like the scent profile. But no, it's super nice. And it outperforms like half of my fragrances. I get like 7 hours of longevity with it. No, but I've gotten a bunch of weird comments like whenever I wear blue jeans. It's a fragrance I love. And the thing about fragrances is it's, everything is subjective. But I wore this and someone came into my chat and someone put in my comments and was like, I had blue jeans 10 years ago and I didn't like it. And then he was like, so get rid of it or smell like shit forever. And it's like, dude, like, just because I'm wearing a fragrance you don't like, you're going to leave a rude comment. Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. But yes, I like Versace blue jeans. I like it a lot. Smells amazing. And for $20, there's really nothing to complain about. I know a lot of people say, oh, it smells like laundry detergent, which you automatically know the only people who say, oh, it smells like laundry detergent is because they looked up worst fragrances on TikTok and someone put like Versace blue jeans and was like, oh, it smells like laundry detergent. It was probably like Comedic Sense or something. He was like, don't get blue jeans. It smells like laundry detergent. No, I'm Comedic Sense. But no, I think it's super good. A fragrance I don't think is good that I definitely fell for the hype for. I guess I'll show you guys two fragrances. Because they both got super hyped up. But Nautica Voyage and Cremo Spice and Black Vanilla. Now, I'm going to be dead honest. The scents on them are not bad. I'm going to get Torino 22. Isn't that from Zherzhov? I believe it's from Zherzhov. No, but yeah, that's awesome. The only thing I don't like about like Zherzhov and those niche brands like that is they're so expensive even on discounters. Which is why I like Mancera and Montal, which I'm going to be getting too. This year, probably for my birthday. What's your favorite women's perfume? My favorite women's perfume is a tie between Gucci's Bloom or Moschino's Toy 2 Bubblegum. My girlfriend wears those, and they're super good. And real quick, I'm just gonna say this, but these both are $20. I would say if you could pick one, pick Cremo Spice and Black Vanilla over it. Cremo's Spice and Black Vanilla doesn't last that long. It lasts like 5 to 6 hours. Nautica Voyage also lasts like 5 to 6 hours. Nautica Voyage gives me a headache every time I wear it. This one, at least I can pick up some of the vanilla in it, and it doesn't really smell half bad. But I think I'm going to try and give these another wearing. It's just hard because I don't really like them, but I'll try and wear them again and see if my opinion changes. Best vanilla perfume. You asking like women's perfume or just like cologne? Cologne, I don't know. in my collection, the best vanilla fragrance is, I would probably say Versace Eros EDT, just because it really focuses on the vanilla. But yeah, so that would, I would say, is my best vanilla fragrance. Either that or Stronger with You EDT, but this focuses on more a chestnut and vanilla combo. As well, I could throw in a Versace Eros Flame, but that focuses more on citrusiness and vanilla. But no, there are a lot of fragrances that have vanilla in my collection that I really like. But I would just give it to Versace Eros EDT because it focuses on vanilla. But like I could also say Ultra Male, I could also say La Male Elixir. But like I said, just Eros EDT, which a lot of people say don't get Eros EDT, don't get Sauvage EDT, don't get Bleu de Chanel EDT. Get the flankers, they're better, they're gonna smell better, they're you're gonna stand out more. Honestly, my biggest thing that I want to tell everyone is wear what you like. Not everyone's gonna like the same thing, but if you like the EDT of a bunch of popular fragrances, wear it. Personally, I don't like Dior Sauvage EDT. I don't like Bleu de Chanel EDT, but I love Eros EDT. But yeah, just wear whatever you guys want. Best everyday masculine, slightly vanilla-y, woody, and spicy. Ooh. All right, thanks, Ben. Hey, you're welcome. So vanilla, woody, and spicy. That's kind of a good question actually, because you want vanilla, woody, and spicy. Oh, actually. Okay, so I would say the best everyday fragrance, that's slightly vanilla, woody, and spicy. I would say Armani Code Eau de Parfum. It really focuses on vanilla and citrus. But if I'm not mistaken, there are some wood notes in there, and the spices aren't like warm spices. They're more of like a fresh spicy. But I would say for an everyday fragrance that focuses on those three things, this is probably the best you're gonna get in my collection. If you're trying to actually find a fragrance like that, look up on Fragrantica. I'm pretty sure there's a part where you can like put in some specific notes. But I could be mistaken. But yeah, if you're trying to find a fragrance that kind of goes with all those, um, just smell them because there's a lot of fragrances that have vanilla, woods, and spices in them. If given the choice, would you have every single cologne ever, or at least all the ones you want? Your favorite basketball team will never win again. I mean, I'm a Bulls fan, so we already really don't win. I would probably, I don't know. Honestly, I would probably just not take every single cologne because I feel like cologne is one of those things where, like, if you were to collect all of the colognes or get all the colognes you wanted, then it's like there's no point in there's no joy in it anymore. Because for me, it's like I'm building my collection. I'm buying all the fragrances that I want. So I probably wouldn't take that. I'd have my Bulls win more games. If you were to say I could have any colognes, and if you said I can have any of my any colognes I want, or the Bulls would win the championship, I'd say Bulls would win the championship because I genuinely do like actually expanding my collection because content-wise, it's good because I can make videos, and a bunch of stuff like that. But also just buying new fragrances is something I really enjoy. So I'd say let the Bulls win. You say Allure Homme Sport is expensive, but those you have almost same price. So if I'm not mistaken, for like a 3.4 ounce of Allure Homme Sport or whatever their full size bottle is, I want to say that's around like 140 or something. The thing with Allure Homme Sport is it doesn't stand out. It doesn't stand out to me. Like there are a bunch of fragrances for half, even a quarter of the price that smell just like it or smell better. Um, but also a decent amount of the fragrances I have, I didn't even buy retail. Um, yeah, a lot of these fragrances you see, I bought them off discounters. I bought them from Ross and TJ Maxx. Um, so I really didn't spend a bunch of that. Like my most expensive fragrance is La Male Elixir, which I spent $145 on that, which is roughly around the same price as Allure Homme Sport. But for Allure Homme Sport to be um, 140 bucks for a fragrance that's just okay with okay longevity, I don't really think it's worth it. What is your go-to cologne? So I wouldn't really say I have a straight up go-to cologne, but if I'm just running out of the house, something that's always safe to throw on would be Acqua di Gio Profondo. This is probably as safe as you can get with fragrances. There's really not going to be anyone. Um, there's not going to really be anyone who dislikes this fragrance. Um, and for pretty much as far as an everyday aquatic fragrance goes, you really can't get much better than this. So I would just say a go-to fragrance would be Acqua di Gio Profondo. All right, thanks, yeah, man. You're welcome. I only have one. I only have a million elixir and Nautica Voyage. 1 million elixir is good. Um, Kind of reminds me of JPG La Male Elixir. Um, and Nautica Voyage is not bad. It smells good, but it's just not something I prefer. Hello, what is your favorite fragrance? My favorite fragrance is Stronger With You EDT. That is this cologne. Everyone's using Dior Sauvage now. Yeah, and I don't even think it's bad. Like, for instance, I have and wear Eros EDT. A lot of people wear Eros. The thing with Dior Sauvage is I just don't like the smell of it. Um, it doesn't really smell good in my opinion. It kind of smells like cat pee if I'm being dead honest with you. It's just not really like an attractive smell, but that's one that a lot of girls seem to love. Um, but I really don't like any of the Sauvages. The only Sauvage that I like is Sauvage Elixir. How do you choose a good cologne? Ooh, so how I choose a good cologne. Um, First thing I want to look at is longevity. I want a cologne that's going to be more long lasting, right? And then the scent. I'll look up on Fragrantica and I'll see like what are some of the notes that I like. So say I want to buy a fragrance, I look at the notes and oh, this fragrance has vanilla. I love that fragrance. Or I love that note. Um, it has oud. Oh, I love oud. But it has, say it has like I don't know what's a note that I don't. There's really not a whole lot of notes I don't like, but say it has like apple in it, and I'm like, oh, I don't really like apple in fragrances. If it has something like that, I'd be like, I don't want that. But really, longevity, value, if it's a good fragrance, but just the value of it, like it's a good fragrance, but it's super overpriced, that's not really what I would look for. So you got to find something that one fits you, fits the occasion that you're looking at it for, and fits your price range. So that's how I would say you would choose a good fragrance. Um, Do you like Jeremy Fragrance? I love Jeremy Fragrance. He was one of the first people I saw when I first looked at when I first started, watching fragrance content, and I just always thought he was hilarious. Um what do you think about the number 9? They're saying that's pretty good for the price and long lasting. I haven't been able to smell any niche fragrances. I hear Bond number 9 is a really good fragrance house. I hear that they make really good quality and smelling fragrances. But I really can't speak on it because I haven't smelled any of them. Um, oh wow, there are a lot of comments. What do you think of Versace Eros? I have Eros EDT and Eros Flame. I like Flame a little bit more than Eros EDT. But the whole Eros line is super good. Yo, 11 over here. Got to school tomorrow, but who cares? What's up, man? Hey, man, thank you for joining. Not much, just talking about Cologne. Thoughts on Goldfield and Banks Pacific Rock Moss? So I haven't been able to smell that fragrance, anything from that house. The bad thing is I haven't been able to smell a lot of fragrances. I haven't ever smelled a niche fragrance. Just because the stores around me don't carry that. And I don't know if Goldfield and Banks is a niche company, but yeah, so I really don't have any thoughts on that. Oh, I meant 9 p.m. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought you were talking about Bond number 9. I was a little confused. Um, because they're like $340. Okay, so off non 9 p.m. That's a clone. That's a clone of Ultramale by Jean Paul Gaultier. Um, but it's good. It smells just like Ultramale. It's a little stronger than Ultramale, which I dislike, surprisingly. It's sweeter than Ultramale, which again I dislike, and it's a little fresher than Ultramale. They smell pretty close, but there are some subtle differences. Another thing I absolutely hate is the apple in the top notes, or the pear in the top notes that Ultramale has is replaced with apple because apple is just a cheaper, fragrance note to produce. Um, but it's good, but it also gives me a headache when I wear it. So it's not something I would ever wear, but it's a good fragrance. It's Amber Heard who makes Dior Sauvage Reborn Again. Yeah, dude, that whole like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing was so confusing, you know. But I really liked how Dior actually stuck with Johnny Depp through the whole thing. Um, but yeah, so that's just something honestly cool that I like. Um, Same newest pickup Polo 67 sample. Isn't that the new? Isn't that the new Polo that had just came out? It doesn't have like pineapple in it or something. Do you prefer subtle or bold fragrances? That's a good question. I would probably say bold. Say I could either pick um, bold fragrances or subtle fragrances, and I, could only wear like one or the other. I would say bold because ultimately with a fragrance, you want it to make you more confident and you want, people to smell you. So I would rather, here's the thing. I would rather wear I would rather smell too strong with a good fragrance than too weak with a bad fragrance, or even with a good fragrance. I would rather be smelt than not be smelt. So I would just say bold. Yes, I don't like fragrances that are too strong. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them aren't really strong. Aren't too strong. But there are a couple fragrances that definitely are just too strong for no reason. Just subscribe, liking the show, keep it up. Great how you try and read all the comments. Hey, thank you for the subscription. It's kind of hard to read all the comments, honestly. But granted, at the same time, I'm not a huge YouTuber, so I don't have a bunch of comments coming through. Yeah, I just bought 9 p.m. right now. Hey, that's good. Change back to my OG name, Berry Boy. I missed it. Fragrance made barrier, fragrance nerd berry. It was nice, but wasn't the move. Remember me? Maybe. Were you in one of my past lives? Or you commented on any of my videos? Possibly. Mike at 600 subs. Let's go. Did I hit 600? Did I actually hit 600? I knew I was close. I was at like 595. Well, that's hype if I hit 600. The only thing though is remember me comment. If I'm being honest, no, but possibly there are a decent amount of people who do come through and are like, "Hey, do you remember me?" And it's like I say I don't, but then like as soon as the live's over or something, I remember you. But yeah, no, I don't know, maybe, but I don't know for sure if I do remember you. OMG, you did. All right, hey, that's cool. What do you guys think I should do for my 600 subscriber videos? Happy 600 subs. Hey, thank you. Yeah, what do you guys think I should do for 600 subs? You guys think I should because normally I do a review. You guys think I should do oh wait, hold on. Happy 600 subs, W in the chat. From Micah, 600 Nice. Oh, you told me about your favorite game. Oh, yeah. I do remember you. Yeah. I said Forza and Max Payne. There's a lot of people who comment on my channel, and I'm always trying to like keep up and remember people, but it's hard sometimes. Um, what's the fragrance you don't have but you want to buy it? Ooh, I would probably say fragrance that I don't have but would want to buy, Dior Sauvage Elixir. Only thing is it's out of season, but I absolutely love that fragrance, and I'm definitely gonna get it. Um, but yeah, anyway, I'm gonna continue to read the comments, but real quick, I want some of you guys just like throw out some 600 subscriber, video idea. I'd always do a video. But like, you guys think I should just stick with it, do another, review of a fragrance, or do you guys think I should, throw together a list, of my, I don't know, top 6 summer fragrances or something, because it's 600 subs. But I don't know, whatever you guys think, and I will, just go off whatever I think is the best. Pull a Kim Kardashian? Robbie, what does that even mean? Yeah, any good Arabian brand colognes? So in my collection, I have Latafa Kamra Kawa. But it's a super sweet fragrance. And it's honestly super good though. Super sweet. It has candied notes, it has candied fruits, it has pralines, it's like super sweet caramely. But it lasts like 12 hours on my skin. It also has coffee in it, but this is so good. And I bought this for like 45 bucks. Try Latafa Heloise. Most of their colognes are 10 out of 10 for cheap. Yeah, Latafa is pretty cheap. Yes, do the summer one. Giveaway. So Barry, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I think at 1,000. I think that's when I'm gonna do the giveaway. But I think honestly, I'm just gonna give away a bottle of Mont Blanc Legend. Um, I'm not gonna give away this bottle, obviously, but I'll get a new bottle and give that away because it's just a cologne that goes good in anyone's collection. How about you do a video on what 2 colognes are the best to mix for summer? That's actually not a bad idea. I will keep that in mind. Micah, a type of video that Kim Kardashian would make? Oh no, I don't really watch Kim Kardashian, Robbie. My summer fragrance is Dolce & Gabbana Intense, the light blue Intense, because I have the EDT. It's super good. What it do, fam? What up, chat? Dem Bama boys? Sup? I guess. Forgot to tell you, I picked up Aqua di Gio OG. That's good. It's probably my least favorite out of all the ones that I've smelt, but it's what started it all, but it's not my favorite Aqua di Gio. I haven't smelt a bunch of them though. I've smelt Profundo, obviously I own that. I've smelt Parfum, and I smelt the EDT. Other than that, I haven't smelt any of them. So I'm really going off 3. What's your favorite seasonal scent? Seasonal, like for the season that we're in now, like spring or summer, or like favorite scent for each season? Latafa, how you spell that? If you're asking how to spell it, I believe it's actually, I don't know why I was about to say I believe. I have a bottle that I can read it off, but it's Lattafa. But yeah, and you could really just look up Latafa colognes, and really no matter how you spell it, if you just put it into Google, it'll bring you to the right place. But yeah, no, Latafa's super good. They make a bunch of good fragrances. But Hollis, going off your comment, if you were saying what's my favorite seasonal scent for each season, I can put that list together right now, and I would say like what's your favorite scent for each season? All right, so putting that together now. And then what? I need to cover like spring. Oh, damn, what would my favorite like spring fragrance be? Actually, I think this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this isn't like just reached 15 colognes in the collection. Keep going up. I think I'm either at 59 or 49 colognes. But no, 15 isn't bad, honestly, and like your collection is just gonna keep growing. But yeah, that's really happy. I remember when I got like my first like 10 colognes, I convinced myself, oh, I have enough colognes. I don't know if you guys can tell, I didn't really convince myself super well. So the list, for spring, I would say my favorite cologne is Versace Blue Jeans. Super nice, powdery, slightly sweet, slightly vanilla, has rose, super good. For summer, Acqua di Gio Profondo has Aquazone, has sea notes, has mineral notes, super good, really versatile, great fragrance. For fall, I would say Stronger With You EDT. It's super good, but yeah, super good. Probably my favorite for fall. And then not probably my favorite, is my favorite for fall. And for winter, my favorite fragrance is, I don't know why I'm blanking on the name. It's Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramel. That's probably my favorite winter fragrance. Come on, Micah. A type of video that Kim Kardashian is famous for, a type of tape, perhaps? Robbie, I have no idea what you're saying. I have no idea what you're saying, Robbie. But yeah, I would say those are my favorite for each season. You know, it's crazy because eventually I'm gonna have more than like a table worth of fragrances. I doubt I'll ever stop collecting fragrances. I know a lot of people are like, after collecting for 3 years, I've actually decided I don't really like colognes and I'm gonna get rid of them. And it's like, why? It's like, just keep your colognes. I feel like selling your colognes is kind of weird. Like, I would buy a cologne from like my friends, but like just buying it from someone is just weird. Like just someone random. Hey Barry, be nice to Robbie, okay? He's a cool dude in real life. He's just messing with me. I'm back. Hey, thank you for coming back. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be on the live for, I don't know, a couple more minutes. I've already been streaming for about 54 minutes, so might get off here soon. If there's anything you guys want to talk about though, in the meantime, definitely just put it in the chat. I need to figure out what fragrance I want to wear tomorrow though, because part of me kind of wants to wear. Oh, what do I want to wear? Part of me wants to wear. Damn, I really don't know what I want to wear. Oh no, I guess if any of you guys have any, like, if you guys watch my channel pretty regularly and you guys know the fragrances I have in my collection, it's going to be about 70 degrees tomorrow. So if you guys want to throw some recommendations out, that would actually be helpful because I have no clue what I want to wear tomorrow. I'm not going to wear blue jeans. I'm saving that for this weekend. I'm thinking maybe Mont Blanc Legend Red. What's the weather? It's going to be sunny and like 70 degrees out. Thinking maybe Mont Blanc Legend Red, maybe Acqua di Gio Profondo, maybe light blue. It might be a light blue day tomorrow, or I don't know. I could wear Prada Luna Rosa again. But I don't know. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab the fragrances, and I'll have you guys actually vote from these. What are your thoughts on collecting deodorant? Oh, that's kind of an interesting question. Like collecting the not the favorite deodorants, the fragrance deodorants, like that like come in like those sets, or just like or just like normal deodorants like that. Star Walker. I don't have Star Walker. I have Star Walker Extreme. Okay, I don't know, but here. So what, Berry Boy? You say Prada or Aqua di Gio? Okay, so I guess I'll just show all of you guys what my choices, what your guys' choices are. Mont Blanc Legend Red, Fruity and Woody, Aqua di Gio Profundo, Aquatic and Minerally, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Citrusy and Musky, as well as Woody, or Prada Luna Rosa EDT, Fresh, Citrusy, Powdery. But I don't know which one I want to wear because they're all amazing fragrances. I love all these fragrances, but I don't know which one I want to wear. I also just realized I'm pretty sure like half these fragrances are blocked out. Well, not blocked out, but I realized that the letters all over them. But whatever you guys think I should wear. I'm listening. Damn, that's hard. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, any of them I think would be amazing. I don't know though. The red one? Okay. So one vote for Legend Red. Does Azzaro EDP smell similar to Azzaro Most Wanted by Night Parfum? I haven't smelled Wanted by Night. The EDP, if you smelled the Parfum, smells like the Parfum. Okay, so actually I can just explain to you what the EDP smells like. It's really sweet. It almost has like a caramel vibe. It's super sweet. I do have to say that. It is a super sweet fragrance. But it's just like super sweet, a little bit spicy. It more focuses on sweetness than spiciness. Lasts a decent amount of time too, it seems. But yeah, it's really just like a sweet and spicy fragrance. But I don't know because I haven't been able to smell Wanted by Night. All of them. Well, I can't wear all. I can't wear 4 colognes altogether. Prada. That's one vote for Prada. Oh, you guys are giving me mixed signals. I think Dolce & Gabbana best dry down. I feel like they all are kind of pretty equal on the dry down. Which one of the Azzaros is the best boozy one for the Azzaro Wanted? I would say Azzaro the most wanted parfum. Probably because it has bourbon vanilla as one of the notes, but it's super good. I honestly really love that fragrance. That's the most like boozy one. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue best, not gonna lie. That's a fair take. Have you ever tried layering different fragrances? Yes, I have. There's one layering combo, and I'm gonna respond to your question in 1 second. Red one. So okay, it seems like most of the people, even though I had pretty mixed, majority of people, meaning 2 people said Legend Red, and then it was pretty much like 1 vote for every other one. So I'm gonna be wearing Legend Red tomorrow. So Melissa and I want to say it was Robbie. Thank you guys for picking out my fragrance of the day. KK, thanks. Yeah, of course. Why don't you get Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense? The Light Blue Intense and Light Blue EDT smell identical to me. There's no difference. I thought that like the Aquatics was going to be a big difference, but smelling them side by side, they smell completely identical. And hold on, I gotta go back to this. So Hollis said, have you ever tried layering fragrances? Yes, I have. And there was one layering fragrance combo that I thought was super good. And I want you guys to try if you guys can. But, oh, and I can show you guys some alternatives for it. But first thing you're going to need is an Invictus styled fragrance. So, for instance, I have First Instinct Together and Hawass. My brother also has the EDT of Invictus, so I could use that if I wanted. And it depends because if you use Hawass, you're going to want to spray this one first because it's stronger than the other cologne we're going to be applying. But if you don't use Hawass and you use, say, First Instinct Together or Invictus, then you're going to want to spray those second. But then you're going to get either Offnon 9 p.m. or Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. So say if I were to layer Hawas and Ultramale, I do a spray of Hawas, then I do a spray of Ultramale. If I were to layer Ultramale and First Instinct together, I do a spray of Ultramale and then do a spray of First Instinct together. But it's super sweet. It's just beautiful because you get like that really nice aquaticness if you use Hawas, but super sweet. You have a vanilla, and it's almost like if Ultramale was turned into like a summer fragrance. It almost smells like Ultramale mixed with like LeBeau, you could almost say. I love you. Hey, Grayson. Love you too. It's Philip. Okay. Favorite streamer. OMG Micah Fragrance. Hey, Nubs Fragrance. Thank you for joining in, man. Nubs, I just hit 600 while I was on the live. So that's cool. Hit 600 subs. I know people were hyping it up and saying the EDT was outdated, and I finally got it. And that shit smells the exact same. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were like, the EDT, kind of just like you were saying, a lot of people were like, the EDT is outdated. I really don't think it is. I feel like it's a timeless classic. It's super nice, though. But the EDT and Light Blue Intense, I smelled them side by side. They smell identical. There's really nothing different. Have you smelled JPG Paradise Garden? No, I haven't been able to smell that. My Dillards and Ulta don't have that in stock. Thoughts on Warmore Salvatore Ferragamo? I haven't smelled anything from Salvatore Ferragamo. I was going to pick up a F by Ferragamo gift set. It was like $20 or something. I had like a 3.4 ounce with the shower gel. I didn't end up grabbing it. Sweet. Congrats. Ready to go. Hey, Nubs. Thank you. I subscribe. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Two fragrances that smell identical in my collection would be Eros EDT and Oxford Blue by English Laundry. The only big difference is in the opening. Dolce & Gabbana, Versace Eros EDT. It has apple, it has mint. It's super good. But then it dries down to just like a straight up vanilla. But the Oxford Blue, when I spray it on my skin, it weirdly almost reminds me of, and I don't know why, but it almost reminds me of like the taste of wild berry Skittles. Super weird. That's just what it reminds me of. But then on the dry down, they smell identical. I had sprayed this on my hand because I was filming a review of this 4-pack of the English Laundry fragrances I got, and went outside and played basketball. And I just got a whiff when I like waved my hand across my face, and I smelled Versace Eros EDT, and I was genuinely so weirded out because I was just like, I never sprayed Eros EDT. And then I looked on Fragrantica, and I realized that like something that it says is like as its most similar fragrance is Eros EDT. You're welcome. How well is the performance for Azzaro, the most wanted parfum? I get like 8 to 9 hours. It's a pretty long lasting fragrance. How well? I just read that. Sometimes the best fragrances aren't the most popular ones. That's straight up facts. How important is longevity in a cologne for you? So I would say the longevity to me doesn't matter as long as it has one, good sillage, meaning when I walk past someone, you can actually smell. They can smell me with my scent trail. If the cologne also has a good opening, I have no problem reapplying. If the cologne has a bad opening, like say, for instance, something like red tobacco, a lot of people say the dry down's actually good, but the opening is horrible. So if it has a bad opening, then I would want that fragrance to last longer so I wouldn't have to reapply. But it's pretty important. I love Eros. The balance on vanilla and fresh apple is beautiful. Yeah, it's super good. Thoughts on Skibbity EDP? Super good. Can people smell you when you use the most wanted parfum? Yeah, I've gotten a decent amount of compliments when I was wearing it. Not even like when I was like, hey guys, smell me. But yeah, people can definitely smell you. I wouldn't recommend, because I saw that you just said, just wondering because I'm probably gonna get it. I would hold off on it. If anything, buy it, do a couple sprays, and let the vanilla in it macerate, which if you don't know what that is, it's vanilla and fragrances get darker over time. such as when you make your own, vanilla extract, you put it in, you put the vanilla in. First, it's clear, and then after a little bit, it actually, darkens. But vanilla and fragrances darken over time. But if you do get it, let it macerate. Just do a couple sprays, let it macerate, and it's going to be amazing. Can you light cologne on fire? Yes, you can. So a lot of colognes, the most common types of colognes are going to be alcohol based. There are some oil based fragrances, and they're also just fragrance oils. But colognes have a lot of alcohol in them. So yes, you can light them on fire. So, but it's weird because if I were to spray it right on my skin and then immediately, I don't know, like put a match up to my neck or something, it would catch on fire if it's loose. But once it goes in your skin, you don't have to worry about getting lit on fire or anything. What's your favorite ice cream? A little bit of an interesting question, but I would probably say, you guys might think I'm boring, but I'd probably just say like vanilla or chocolate. I don't know, or like a coffee ice cream. But really, when I don't know what to get, I'll just get like a vanilla or chocolate. Or I like bubblegum ice cream too. There's a lot of ice creams that I like, but I'm not the biggest like sweet fan. I'd rather eat like, I'd rather, I don't know, I'd rather eat a steak instead of eating ice cream, if that makes sense. Cream. Yep, Robbie, we said cream. Hey Benji, thank you for joining. No, I like chocolate. Yeah, I mean, chocolate's good. Chocolate ice cream is good. Benji said vanilla's the best. More, basic flavors, but they're good. It's like Versace Eros EDT. It's basic, but it's good. Just because everyone eats vanilla ice cream, you guys actually shouldn't eat it because vanilla ice cream is an NPC flavor ice cream. What is your favorite JPG? So my favorite JPG in my collection would be Ultramale. Favorite JPG I don't have in my collection would be Le Beau EDT. I hate Le Beau Le Parfum because they took Le Beau, which is an amazing, summertime fragrance. It really revolves around that coconut. It smells super tropical, and they made it worse. They made it not better. They made it not super good for summer. They made the longevity better, but it's just not good in my opinion. Something pissed me off. Sometimes sellers don't put samples exposed, so you have to ask each time for each fragrance you want to test. Yeah, I could definitely see how that could be annoying. Dude, just people at Dillard's, like the sales people at Dillard's piss me off so bad. Forget I said no. Forgot that already. I'm fat. I'll eat it all. Robbie. Chocolate better. I mean, I like vanilla or chocolate ice cream. They're both good. You guys always gotta stay hydrated, especially when you're on live. Because, dude, sometimes I'll be talking. If I don't have a drink on hand, I get so thirsty, dog. It's horrible. Went to my local Burlington and was looking around. Didn't find much this time except some Mont Blanc Legend and some Chrome Flankers. I mean, Mont Blanc Legend is good. If you don't have it in your collection, definitely get it. It's super nice. I have it in my collection. Great everyday fragrance. Honestly, interestingly enough, if I could only have one fragrance in my collection and say like it had to be super versatile, because if I can only have one fragrance, I'd say either Versace Blue Jeans or Stronger With You EDT. But say you had to say, I can only have one fragrance, but it has to be a fragrance you can wear every day. I'd say Mont Blanc Legend. Super good. I like water. Water's good, just hydrates you. Are there any specific notes you look for in a cologne? Vanilla, that's probably my favorite note within fragrances. I like woods as well. Citrus. I like citrusy fragrances. So really just a bunch of like sweet notes. I also like more, I guess I would say like fresher fragrances too. So citrus notes, fresher notes, aquatics are amazing as well. But yeah. So I would say vanilla is probably the note I look for most. It's normal. Talking consumes saliva. I didn't know that. So that's actually kind of a cool fact. Lucky best thing at my Burlington is Nautica Blue. Dude, I've seen Nautica Blue so many times. Mont Blanc Legend or Legend Red better? Isn't Legend Red a dupe? So if I'm not mistaken, Mont Blanc Legend Red is not a clone of anything. Mont Blanc Legend. Okay, so this is Legend Red. God, I'm stupid. This is Legend, and this is Legend Red. Um, Mont Blanc Legend is a clone of Abercrombie and Fitch's Fierce. It's woody, citrusy, and fruity. Um, Mont Blanc Legend Red is fruity and woody. It's super nice. But no, if I'm not mistaken, Legend Red isn't a clone of anything. My favorite fragrances are gourmand ones. What do you think of them? Gourmand fragrances are super nice, super sweet. Can you eat cologne? Technically, yes. I'm not going to eat cologne though, Robbie, so don't even ask. I know that was probably your second question. Can you give us a tour of your house? Not right now, possibly later, but I don't know if I can promise that. For real. I'm laughing emojis, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get off live here soon. Probably like 8 more minutes or so. Probably go up to like 80 minutes. But if you guys have any, big last things you guys want to say, just put them in the comments, and I will respond to them. Obviously, it's kind of crazy that I hit 600 subs. I didn't think I was gonna hit it that fast. Um, it's so weird though. No. Well, I'll probably be on tomorrow. All right, and I'll try and do it earlier. I'll try and go on like 7 my time, which would be 9 for you, Barry Boy. Because right now for me it's 9:42, but for you it's dude, it's almost 12 for you. You got to go to bed, bruh. Um, but I'll try and go a little earlier. I know today I said I was gonna try and go on like 7 or 8 for me, but it just ended up not working. Well, it didn't even end up not working out, but my phone just wasn't charged, so I had to charge it before I went on lives. That'd be good. 600 sub special cologne a la brew. Robbie, I'm not eating cologne for my 600 subscriber special, dude. That's gonna get me like taken down because then so many people are gonna start eating cologne. It's gonna be my fault. Bet no, watching the best fragrance influencers better than sleep. Hey, I appreciate that. But yeah. What if I eat it, Robbie? If you eat it, you'll probably be fine. I don't doubt you've ate worse stuff in your life. Goodbye. All right. Thank you for joining. Goodbye. Have a nice night. Have you ever had a cologne that you wore too much and got tired of? That's actually a really good question. Hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna say no. Not really like I got tired of any fragrances. But because I, really didn't get tired, but my fragrance collection has just expanded so much that sometimes it's hard for me to wear some older fragrances, and I've just gotten better fragrances. So, like, for example, Burberry Touch Hollis. You love this fragrance whenever I wear it. But it's still a good fragrance, but I feel like there's better in my collection. So it's not even really that I like get tired of fragrances. I just don't ever really get around to wearing some of them. It was fun being here. It was nice having you here. I saw Versace L'Homme Pour Homme. Versace L'Homme. Oh no, yeah, that is a fragrance. And Lacoste L'Homme and Burlington Sue. Never heard of either. I don't know. I don't have any Burlingtons by me. I know that they're kind of like I know that they're kind of like Ross and TJ Maxx. Robbie, you good? I'm amazing. Benji, please let me know where this Burlington is. We need more Hollis content. I talked to Hollis, and she's because today is my short. I was just like my top 3 date night fragrances. Someone put in my comments and said we need Hollis to review these. So she agreed this weekend. probably won't end up being this weekend. Um, Eventually I will get around. We'll get her in more videos. I have to buy a 2-pack mic set so we can film videos together. But no, I feel like it'll be fun. I genuinely do plan on actually filming more content with her. I have a ton of fragrances on my Burlington Berry Boy. I live in Pennsylvania. I think that's what PA is. I don't know where it's like Saudi Arabia. All right. I think that's going to do it for this live. If you guys have any last questions before I get going, please put them down. This was honestly a pretty fun live. I enjoyed a bunch of the conversations we had. You guys made it super enjoyable for me. Pack my bags now. Do blind reviews like first impressions and stuff. Like just buy a fragrance and do my first impressions because I do a bunch of that. Pretty much any fragrance I buy is a blind buy, which a lot of people say don't never blind buy. You're gonna get you're gonna get a fragrance that isn't good. But yeah, I love blind buying fragrances. What if you just tasted the cologne, not even eat it? Robbie, you can't just taste it. Oh, do blind reviews with Hollis. I could try that. Yeah, I could definitely try that though. So I will try and get her into more videos. Trust me. But yeah, Robbie, if you spray cologne in your mouth, you're gonna end up swallowing it, so you have to eat it. And I could keep on grinding like always. Always remember me. I will, Berry Boy. Rate just on smell. I can do that. I'll talk with her and see if she's cool with that. Rate on taste. Robbie, we're not eating colognes. We're not eating the colognes, okay, Robbie? Do you believe in the concept of daytime and nighttime colognes? That's a good question as well. I would say yes. There definitely are fragrances that are going to be better for the daytime, better for the nighttime. For instance, 2 fragrances, and this is going to be probably one of the last full-on questions I do. But for instance, out of the L'Homme line, daytime fragrance, YSL L'Homme. Nighttime fragrance, La Nuit de L'Homme. A bunch of stuff is like L'Homme, super good for the daytime. La Nuit de L'Homme, super good for the nighttime. And you can just kind of tell off the smell. Stop, Robbie. Robbie, I can tell you eat cologne, brother. Hey, all right, okay. Robbie's cool. I go to school with him. He's just messing around, guys. He's not being serious. Although I don't doubt that he has eaten a cologne before. That's probably why he's joining my lives because he's eating his no just deodorant. I'm too poor to afford cologne. All right. Oh, Robbie, I'll see you at school tomorrow, buddy. All right. Thank you all for watching the live. I will see you guys in the next videos. I'll probably be on live tomorrow. Keep your eye out for that. I'll try to remember to announce it on my fragrance of the day or something. But yeah, thank you all for joining, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your guys' night.